Greetings to all. The topic for today is ratio analysis. And in this video, we'll talk about first type of ratios, that is liquidity ratios. Firstly, what is ratio? A ratio is analyzing relationship between two different variables. So here in ratio analysis, we will analyze the relationship between two different items of financial statements, that is income statement and balance sheet. Now let us discuss about liquidity ratios. First of all, what are liquidity ratios? These ratios analyze the short-term financial position of a firm and indicate the ability of the firm to meet its short-term commitments out of its short-term resources. So, through liquidity ratios, we can measure the short-term financial position of a firm, that whether a firm will be able to repay its current liabilities out of its current assets. The various important liquidity ratios are current ratio, liquid ratio or quick ratio, or also called acid test ratio, absolute liquid ratio and interval measure. First type of ratio is current ratio. Current ratio looks at the relationship between current assets and current liabilities. So it is calculated by dividing current assets by current liabilities. The ideal or standard for this ratio is 1.5:1. It means if current assets are 1.5 times of current liabilities, that means liquidity position of the business by calculating current ratio is presumed to be satisfactory. For example, the ratio is 5:1. It will imply the firm has rupees 5 of assets to cover every rupee 1 in liabilities. Similarly, a ratio of 0.75:1 would suggest that the firm has only 75 paisa in assets available to cover every rupee 1 it owes. The current ratio should not be too high or too low, because if it is too high, it might suggest that too much of its assets are tied up in unproductive activities. For example, too much stock is lying idle in the business. And it should not be too low, because in that case there is the risk that the firm will not be able to meet its short-term commitments. Let us discuss second type of liquidity ratio, that is acid test or also called quick ratio or liquid ratio. It measures the ability of the company to use its near cash or quick assets to extinguish its current liabilities immediately. Quick assets include those current assets which can be quickly converted to cash without any loss of value. Quick assets are those assets which are calculated by subtracting stock and prepaid expenses from the current assets. So, the formula for calculating acid test ratio is current assets minus stock minus prepaid expenses and over liabilities, current liabilities. The ratio ideal for this ratio is 1:1. It means if liquid assets are equal to current liabilities of the business, that means the quick ratio is satisfactory for the business. The omission of stock and prepaid expenses gives an indication of the cash the firm has in relation to its liabilities. A ratio, for example, 3:1, will suggest the firm has 3 times to suggest the firm has twice as many current liabilities as it has cash to pay those liabilities. It might put the firm under pressure, but in itself it will not be an end of the world, but the firm will be under the pressure. Now coming to third important liquidity ratio, that is absolute liquid ratio. This ratio is calculated to exclude the receivables from current and liquid assets and to know about the absolute liquid assets. So this ratio is the relationship between absolute liquid assets and current liabilities. And absolute liquid assets are calculated by subtracting debtors and bills receivables from the liquid assets. So it means absolute liquid assets are equal to current assets minus stock minus prepaid expenses minus receivables and debtors. So absolute liquid assets include cash in hand, cash at bank and marketable securities. The ideal standard for this ratio is 0.5:1, 50%, which means rupee 1 worth absolute liquid assets are considered adequate to pay rupee 2 worth current liabilities. Last is interval measure or defensive interval ratio. This ratio is a time period or a financial metric that indicates the number of days that a company can operate without needing to access non-current assets. So we can say it can be viewed as how long a company can operate while relying only on liquid assets. Of course, a higher defensive interval ratio is considered good, as not only does it show that the company can rely on its own resources, but also it provides a company with enough time to evaluate other meaningful options in paying its expenses. So formula for calculating defensive interval ratio is equal to liquid assets upon daily operating expenses, where liquid assets, as we have already discussed, are equal to cash plus marketable securities plus net receivables, and daily operating expenses are calculated by subtracting firstly non-cash charges from annual operating expenses, and if we have to calculate as daily operating expenses, so we will divide the amount by 365, assuming the number of days to be 365 in a year. And this defensive interval ratio is expressed in number of days. For example, it can be 60 days, 70 days, 75 days, etc. Thank you. So this was all about the liquidity ratios.